Hi everyone, it's me, Thom, and today I'm in front of this mural here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. In November, Lindsay and I were here in front of this exact same mural talking about May mobility. We rode the little Grand Rapids autonomous vehicles, and that was a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, they were taken out of service in the winter for a little bit, but not to worry, they are coming back, and the city of Grand Rapids has big plans. Starting July 2021, May Mobility is going to offer almost like an autonomous Uber service, a free autonomous Uber service. So anywhere in downtown, you can download a specific app, and within 5 to 10 minutes, a May Mobility shuttle will come and pick you up. And these shuttles, of course, they have a driver, but they are autonomous, meaning that in principle, it's a computer that does the driving. And another great thing is that they'll be expanding into the west side, which is currently a little bit of an underserved neighborhood when it comes to public transportation. So this will be great to make Grand Rapids a more equitable city. Now, there is one big difference though. The May Mobility shuttles that we rode back in November look like this. Now, they probably don't even look like shuttles or public transportation at all. Today I'm riding in the Lexus. Pretty nice car, right? May Mobility is now using Lexus cars for their autonomous vehicle pilot in Grand Rapids. Now it's still June, so we can't do the Uber type like call a car thing yet. But they are back on the Dash West route, which the old shuttles were too. So I'm about to walk to a Dash stop, and then let's ride ourselves a Lexus. Hello. May I go to Bridge Street, please?
Bridge Street, all right?
Yes. I'm so glad you guys are back. After buckling up, I struck up a conversation with the driver. After all, I wanted to know exactly how these Lexuses were different than the previous vehicles.
Well, I can give you the rundown. It's the same kind of arrangement. We do have different types of cameras on the front of the vehicle. They have heat sinks on them now, so they don't overheat. And they have a coating of waterproof over the camera itself. So now it can go through, technically it can get sprayed now. The old ones, you would spray them and water will build up between the plastic, but we don't have that problem anymore.
Do you still have the same like cleaning protocols?
Yep, we still use the UV sensors in the back and the front. Every time a passenger gets out, we clean the back. And then we clean the handles off and everything as well. And we don't want anyone to get sick here.
So the main reason to switch from those like little golf cart type things to a Lexus was cleaning?
Well, it wasn't just cleaning. Those did have the cleaning capacity that we were looking for. This was more of a switch over to see if our technology could be put into other vehicles, and a way for us to show our technology is very interchangeable with cars and other things like that. But yeah, but we also made a deal with Lexus that we would use their cars.
Oh, okay.
This is not the last iteration of the May Mobility vehicles, but it is one of the iterations.
And then in July you start the new service, right?
Yep. And as you can see, this one's a bit different in auto. It doesn't look as impressive, but it's a lot better.
And are these cars electric or?
These ones are hybrid.
Hybrid. Okay.
Just because that's what Lexus had at the time.
Yeah.
To get to us. Once they have an electric version, we will be switching over to that.
Basically, the changes included more protection for the cameras and a more sophisticated way of determining the vehicle's location. I was curious, how was the driving experience different? How much was my driver actually driving? But like right now, are you pressing the gas, or is the car doing that itself?
Right now, I did take over because of the bank.
Oh, right.
Right there.
It can sense that.
Yep, so they do have a patch for it, but that will be put on into the next route.
Right.
Everyone's working on that right now. But I am not steering or doing anything with the car right now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, my foot's up here in one path.
Before letting me off, he let me take a good long look at the dashboard. And with my curious nature, I just had to know what that big red button did.
It's a pack mod. It
Okay.
helps to reset the computer on the fly.
Oh, that's nice.
So we used to have to stop everything, get out, reset the computer. Now we can just do this, and it resets auto. So it resets the computer and makes sure everything.
So I'm over by the Bridge Street area on the west side of Grand Rapids. There goes my ride. I gotta say, May Mobility, you have the best staff of any company I've ever interacted with. Not only are all of you super friendly, I learned so much. Like every time I'm on one of these self-driving shuttles, the driver talks about the car, about the technology, about the company. I learned that they still have one of the old white carts for people who are in a wheelchair or are otherwise better served in one of those vehicles than in one of the Lexuses, and they call that one Murphy. I also learned that May Mobility continues to expand and is now available in Indianapolis, Dallas, and Japan. And I learned that they're waiting for an electric fleet of Lexuses as soon as those come available. But the staff definitely feels like the Lexus is a level up. I have to say they are very nice cars. The only downside is, I don't know, riding one of the white shuttles felt like you were on like a pod or a bus or public transportation. This really feels like a taxi. But hey, it's free. It has state-of-the-art technology. You can have nice conversations, and it's better for the environment, so I will not complain about it. I'm gonna ride another one back downtown. Look, there's the one I just rode. Definitely a lot of people I've spoken to when I'm talking about these May Mobility shuttles, they say, oh, I thought those were Google Earth cars. They're definitely easily recognizable on the front because of the big green May logo, but the back, all black with just the camera on top, kind of does look like one of those Google cars. Sorry.
Good. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So how does the car know if the light changes?
So there's this camera up here,
Yeah.
and it reads like the light as it's coming up to it, and then on this thing right here, this little iPad, it'll actually like show what color the light is, just so like we can double check. But
well, thank you for joining me in riding the brand new Lexus vehicles of the May Mobility Project here in Grand Rapids. The second driver I had also said that he preferred driving the Lexuses over the white cars that they had previously. It does feel very luxurious to ride in the back of the Lexus, I'll say that. I will definitely be back and take as many friends as I know on this route because honestly, it is just a fun, relaxing way to see the city. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing to Trains Are Awesome, where we have more cool public transport related content on this channel every week. And we'll see you next time.